Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Murray.
Good to have you here. I'm Brendan Clark. We first told you about this breaking news last night. Today, University of South Carolina head football coach Steve Spurrier officially announced that he is...
Okay, first of all, I'm resigning. I'm not retiring. I'll get that part straight. I doubt if I'll ever be a head coach again, but, you know, maybe coaching a high school team or something. So don't say I've retired completely from coaching. Who knows what will come in the future.
The former head ball coach, Spurrier's resignation will be immediate. He's already replaced by co-offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Sean Elliott.
Coach Spurrier has been with USC since 2004 and has an 86-49 record. Yeah. News 2 sports anchor Evan West is in Columbia right now. And Evan, this has not been a good season for the old ball coach.
No, they are 2-4, 0-4 overall this season, but Steve Spurrier always did it his way, and that trend continued today whenever the head ball coach announced his resignation.
I'm stepping aside, and I'm still going to be around town. One of the players asked Coach Tanner, tell Coach to come by practice today. And I said, I'll come by practice. I was down in the weight room working out. I'll just be the former head ball coach now.
One day, Spurrier will ride into the Hall of Fame, probably on a golf cart. But today, the all-time winningest head coach of the USC football program used his two legs to walk to the podium and say this.
I'm resigning. I'm not retiring. I'll get that part straight.
Spurrier was once ahead of his time, a genius on the gridiron. But after a 2-4 start with all of those losses coming in SEC play, Spurrier admitted he isn't the man to lead the Gamecocks.
Actually, I went and talked to Coach Tanner Sunday afternoon. But actually, when we were 2-2, I called him up and I said, Coach, I'm going to try to get through this season, but I sense that this is about it for me. I just sense it's it.
Now Sean Elliott takes over with the tall task of following the HBC.
You know, it's a little different circumstance if you were coming in as a newly hired coach, potentially after he had retired at the end of the year. But you know, he's a great man. He's a wonderful football coach. You know, I just want to lead, make him proud, and win a ball game for him.
Sean Elliott might stand well over 6'4", but he has a very tall task of replacing the all-time winningest coach, Steve Spurrier. Now, coming up in sports, we'll hear more from Coach Elliott and the head ball coach, or former head ball coach. I better get used to saying that. We're live outside of Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia. Evan West, News 2 Sports.
All right, Evan, thank you. We appreciate that. Meanwhile, reactions of the coach retiring pouring in from across the nation. We heard from local fans earlier today who are talking about how much Coach Spurrier meant to college football.
I was upset first hearing about it. He had basically encapsulated SEC football. He was a legend, he was a great coach, and it's sad to see him retire.
The game's going to miss him a lot, but it's time for him, and I wish him the best of luck.
Just described USC football and everything he represented the team very well, and he was just a great guy overall.
And take a look at this, because the accomplishments of the football program under Spurrier are remarkable. A list of firsts. He compiled at South Carolina long. First 11-win season. He had 3 in a row. First SEC division title. First win over a #1 team. That was Alabama, and that happened just over 5 years ago. And the first 5-game winning streak against Clemson.